Hello guys and welcome to another interesting video. So recently I made a video where I was talking about Spam blocking me for winning against him and that he blocked me. I mean, it wasn't for cheating, it was more of like, he wasn't very happy about that I didn't resign for a long time and then I got lucky. I mean, this was this, but we get to the second guy who blocked me, another GM. He is 2600 rated guy from Azerbaijan. You know what's interesting? Back in 2018, I was playing in European Yes Chess Championship in, I believe, in either it was, I think it was Riga, Latvia, or I think, yes, it was in Riga. So, and he was playing, of course, in other groups, slightly younger than me, and after the games, we would go downstairs and play football together. I mean, obviously, I don't think he remembers it because he was like very little, and I was very little as well. But you know, you kind of remember all those names you were meeting, and then obviously I'm not that good, but I mean, because he became that good, I mean, I kind of remember that as well. So let's get to the game. We played the rapid game back in 2022 against each other. That was during the global chess championship by chess.com. That was a great event. I managed to play a lot of strong grandmasters. If you want me to take a look at more games against grandmasters, specifically in rapid time controls, because sometimes those are the most educational ones, I can present them to you. Let me know in the comment section, because I played a lot of games against like very strong champs in that event, and it was one of the best tournaments I've ever participated in. So c6, Karakan, d4, d5, knight c3. For those of you who, let's say, ever watched my streams on Twitch or on my other YouTube channel, Romka Chess, you know that I primarily focus on knight c3 right now and playing two knights, but back then again, things are changing a lot. So knight c3, d takes c4, knight e4, knight f6, takes, and now I go c3. That's one of them, you know, main lines. I knew a lot of stuff back then. Knight e2, rook e8, and now I go knight g3. So the plan here for white is potentially bring the queen to f3, maybe go in some bishop f4, but the plan is try to shake the king side here. So he goes knight c7, which is smart. I go queen f3, knight d5, and I go bishop d2. You know, slightly conservative. I don't want to play knight f5 immediately. I want to potentially play c4, maybe a3 and c4 afterwards, just to make sure knight never goes to b4. He goes bishop e6. I mean, again, simple development. I go rook e1, he goes king d7. I go h3 just to avoid bishop g4 from happening. Because if I'm not careful enough and play something like a3, guess what? Bishop g4 is a bit complicated, but I still have chances to save my queen, because after takes bishop f5, guess what? If bishop f3, bishop d7, I mean, that's still equal. Actually, bishop f3, bishop d7, I'm winning because I have bishop c6 intermezzo, and somehow it's becomes bad for black. So I play h3, he goes bishop f8, I go knight f5. The idea is to maybe provoke g6, which was played on the board, and then I go knight h6, king g7, knight g4. The plan is to go bishop h6. He goes f5, and now after bishop h6, king h8, I go knight f5, attacking the queen. And as you might see, I have a slight advantage on time. I mean, not a slight, I mean, it's a huge advantage. Bishop f8, queen goes to f8, and now I go bishop c4. So the thing is, I didn't like my bishop on d3. I mean, it's kind of pointing towards f5 pawn, which is kind of annoying. And I was like, okay, I gotta do something. Maybe bishop c4, bishop b3, and then c4. So bishop c4, bishop b3, and rook d1. So I'm trying to make sure this pawn is protected before I go for the c4 idea. And now knight d3. So queen h6, I should have played c4 and already should have pushed d5. And this position becomes very annoying for black. He takes d5, bishop d7, and after d6, apparently it's tough to defend. So if bishop e6, I play d7, and if rook e7, I'm trying to find what would be the best. Computer says knight f7, as you might see, and then king f7, I believe rook e6. Yeah, rook e6 is one of the options. Rook d6 is slightly stronger because after, let's say, takes, I can take with queen. And then if king f8, rook f6, and king g7, rook e7, and white wins the game. So I played knight d3, my plan was knight c5. If I didn't let him play knight f4 or queen f4, He goes queen f8 back, and now I go knight f4, trading a few pieces of the board. And we're transposing to a heavy piece middle game. We have 2 rooks and queen each. So he goes rook e7, I go queen g5, he goes rook d7, he's trying to play c5. So I played b4, of course, to stop this idea from happening. He goes f6, now I go queen f4 back, and after queen e6, I finally try to double my rooks on e-file myself. So rook e8 takes king g7, and now I go queen b8. My plan is to potentially get my rook to e8 and try to kind of scare him off. e6, queen e8, h5, queen goes back, and now I have an open file, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely not worse because I have control over this. So queen f3, queen g6, rook goes to e6, f4, queen e2 back, queen f7, queen f4, and I kind of managed to swap rook and queen. And I was like, okay, I mean, this shouldn't be worse at all. So queen f8, and now I go queen f5. Once again, I could use the queen f8 mistake because now h4, and suddenly this becomes a serious problem. And if g takes h4 was to be played, I might play queen f4, I might play king h2, and then just walk my king towards h4 pawn. This endgame is very tough. So rook e7 was played, queen f4 takes, queen d8, king f1, king d5. Queen e7, queen f7, and now I take, and I was like, I shouldn't lose. So I go king e2, he goes king e6, I go c4, I'm trying to potentially create a pass pawn, he goes king f5, and now I go f3, and guess what, g4 is a serious mistake, because after king d3, I mean, he kind of let me go to e4 eventually, and that's just a lost pawn endgame, because as soon as, let's say, this king walks, I might play d5, and then d6, king f4, king f4, then I walk towards h-pawn, king g5, king f4, b5, I play b3, and king h4, I play d5. And it turns out that my pawn is just a lot further advanced. So takes, king goes to h3, I go d6, h4, d7, king g2, d8 queen, king g2, king g3, queen f4, and he resigned in this chess game. As far as accuracy goes, let me show you. It was a great game, but I mean, not like perfect. 88.0 and 82.2 for my Grandmaster opponent. And what's interesting, I was not worse throughout the whole game, and then, you know, one mistake in the end game, and it was all over. And as you might see here, I was banned by him. I mean, he blocked, again, emotions and all that, but I mean, I played a very decent game. So, and we played the second game against each other in 2024, 2 years later, and he beat me in bullet, and there are no more games as of right now. So let me know if you enjoyed the video, if you think, you know, it was fair that he blocked me, because look, I never block my opponents. I mean, I don't remember doing that. I mean, like, okay, I mean, I'll just move on. I don't care too much, but I mean, I heard a lot of stories where people are just so tilted that they're like, nah, I hate this guy. I mean, I know another guy who blocked me, but that's not Jam, that's a fan, and he's like, I think he came to my Twitch streams multiple times. He was like writing basically in his own language, not even in English, but like, you know, his language, oh, like some bad words, trying to accuse me of something, and you know, just a dumb guy. I'm not sure, like, why would you do this? But okay, yeah, I beat Aydin. That was a good game. Let me know any feedback you might have, any questions. You know, I'm always happy to answer. I'll see you in future videos. Bye bye.